Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So today we're going to get into the messages. As you can see, I already pulled the overall energy to see where the message is going. And coming out for today's message, we have Hear the yellow tiger mother. Hear the yellow tiger mother. And this is card number 13. 3 and 1, total 4. So this is about stability for many of you. And with this stability, with it resonating in the color yellow, I get that it's about your confidence. So many of you are tapping into being more stable in your confidence, especially with the other cards that came out, but we'll get to those in a moment. I say this because you have the Bristol comb pine here, and this energy is all about persistence. So with your confidence, you're staying persistent about the things that you're doing spiritually, staying persistent about even who you are. I'm hearing that many of you are holding true to your inner inner truth. Because for many of you, there is a lot of shifts, changes, transformation that is happening for you. Big changes. For many of you, these changes are happening in the spiritual. You feel the change energetically in the physical, but in the spiritual, it's big, baby. It's big. And it's big because you're dealing with the tiger energy. So I get this energy, that cat energy, like beset, but more like segments. The cat energy, even though they weren't necessary tigers, this is that energy of hearing a fierce lion, tiger roar. And you're roaring, I'm hearing, in the spiritual realm, as you're holding truth to the energy of being a powerful being of light. As you're being this powerful being of light, you're at peace with your truths. You're at peace with standing your ground. Your roots are strong, spiritually strong roots. This isn't the energy of being stubborn. No, this is being in the energy of knowing who you are, knowing your truth, and not being swayed by what someone else, spirit, entity, or person says, does, or is. Take it as it resonates. But while you're being at peace with your truth, being courageous with the energy, with the essence of a tiger, being true to your inner knowing is allowing your light to shine true. It's allowing you to tap into this harvest energy with the Jedi rune here. As you're roaring in the spiritual, tapping into this harvest, it's like you have fierce protective energy. You're being fiercely protective of your energy, and you have a very fierce circle of energy protecting you. So you're protecting your energy, but it's like your spirit team, the Most High, angels, ancestors, are protecting you as well. And they ain't playing no games about it. It's like there's some of the ones that are roaring with you. This is where I'm getting that segment energy from. And that energy is coming up very strongly also because you have the acacia tree here. This is what that looks like. The acacia. And the acacia tree, can you see it? There we go. Was a very potent, powerful tree in the Egyptian, with the Egyptians. The acacia tree stood for protection. So that's why I feel like you guys have this very fierce protective energy around you. You have two energies coming out speaking about protection. Hearing the yellow tiger mother is like that divine mother energy roaring all around you. Segment was that energy where it heard you really just didn't want to F with her. Okay? And that's because she was pushed to the limits to become that energy of segment. Segment and beset are the same coin, different sides of the same coin. So I just heard, I can be as good as the best of them, but as rough as the rest, so don't test me. That's for somebody. Now, with this protective energy, it's like you're not being swayed. And by you not being swayed, you have this energy of persistence. The Bristol cone, and this is what that looks like up close. This tree is very, like, it has longevity, like serious longevity, right? And so I did a little bit of research on this one, and it's about grounding. It's about persistence. And so with your persistence and not being swayed, it's like you're continuing to grow despite having had many turbulence in your life. The Bristol cone pine, the oldest one is almost 4,800 years old. Can you imagine that? Look it up. Do some research on some of these plants so that you make yourself even more aware. But spiritually, it's talking about being persistent in what you're achieving spiritually. Because many of you are becoming more discerning about what you consume. And this consuming is happening on multiple levels. Yes, you're being more discerning about what you're consuming when it comes to food, but you're also being more concerning with the people you resonate with. Like, you don't want to consume any and everybody's energy or absorb certain energies. You're being discerning about adventuring into certain environments because you don't want to consume the energy of those environments. You're being very discerning about even the things that you read because you don't want to consume certain things, certain friendships, music, relationships, energy. Becoming discerning and not being swayed. For many of you, it's not like you're making some drastic changes. Some of you may be, but the encouragement is to know that You don't always have to make big, drastic changes in order to see the results. Staying persistent and taking small steps, baby steps, can create and transform the energy tremendously. So for some of you, deciding not to ingest or consume certain conversations, like making the simplest of decisions to not indulge in gossip, making and being discerning about not indulging in frivolous arguments, non-productive arguments. It's like, why? I don't have anything to prove to anyone. It just is what it is. You are welcome to your perspective. I'm welcome to mine. I'm hearing that some of you aren't doing much explaining anymore. You're just standing in your strength, not being swayed. You're turning fear into peace. Usually we say step into fear to love, but I'm hearing fear to peace. Some of you, this fear came because you didn't want to say no to certain people for whatever reason. And now you're at peace with saying the complete sentence of no. Period. N-O, period. This being discerning, changing this fear into peace, it's allowing many of you to step into higher timelines. As you're stepping into these timelines, some of you may feel more sensitive. That's why you have this energy of protection around you. Because you have heightened sensitivity as you're stepping into deeper insights. For many of you, with the Amaryllis lute. A lute was an instrument. I don't know if you can see it right here. It kind of looks like a violin. Can you see that? But a lute made a very high-pitched sound. Kind of like a flute. Flutes can play lower vibrations just like any instrument. They have their lower tones and they have their higher tones. But flutes tend to have a very higher, lighter tone, and so does the lute. Flute and lute. But the lute, in this instance, with this high pitch, I get that many of you are stepping into higher vibrations. The same way it plays a higher vibration pitched sound, many of you with this roaring and the spiritual, it's like you're roaring because you've won a victory. And this victory has you now on a higher timeline, a higher vibration. Many of you are growing spiritually rapidly. It's like you're outgrowing your past. And this is outgrowing the past in multiple ways. Outgrowing past limiting mindsets about yourself. Outgrowing past people that told you you could only go this far. Outgrowing the thoughts because of your environment that you had to be a certain way or you would only go this far. For some of you, you've outgrown past friendships, relationships, jobs. You're now living in your bliss, and that's why you've won, and you won a victory. For some of you, living in your bliss is allowing this harvest to come in. And that's why you have this energy of protection, because you are leaving people, places, situations behind. Peacekeeper at the bottom of the deck. You're letting go of the need to be right. You're allowing others to have their perspective, but you're not allowing their perspective to sway you in any way, shape, or form. You're standing in your strength, you're living in your bliss, and you're reaping the harvest. You're seeing the seeds that you planted grow, and you're now ready to reap the rewards. I'm getting with this, let go of the need to be right. I'm getting with this, you're not arguing with people, as I said. And this is coming from a heart space. Do you see the green and the red in this card? The red representing your root chakra, the stability. You're now more stable within your own mind, body, your foundation, your thoughts, and it's coming through your heart. You're willing to allow people to evolve at their own pace without judgment. But what you're not gonna do is be swayed and be kept in a lower vibration. Many of you have made the decision that you're going to unleash your wild, enjoy the growth, and reap your rewards. Reap your harvest. You've won the victory already. You're living in your bliss. And now many of you are becoming teachers of the things you've overcome, inspiring others to also not be swayed into lower vibrational aspects of thinking, of being, gossiping, even ways of just honoring themselves. Because it's not always easy to honor yourself if you've always been programmed to release your sovereignty to someone else. And now you're in this energy of living in your bliss, reflecting on what doesn't necessarily serve you, reflecting on how you're wanting to live in your bliss. Many of you, as you're evolving and you're allowing others to evolve at their pace, some of you are still holding space for them because you recognize that you can't force your thoughts, beliefs, energy on someone else, and in that same token, you don't want someone else to do that for you. So in the essence of not judging, you're holding space for them. I just heard, I guess I'll see you next lifetime. That's for some. Take it as it resonates. For some of you, you won't be seeing them next lifetime. For some of you, you will. You'll have to put the energy where it resonates. For some of you, it'll be now. People do grow. They change. We all can elevate. We can all evolve. Once you realize something is an obstacle or an issue, you turn that problem into a project. But you have to recognize that it was something that needed to become a project. And a project meaning something that you work on, something that you want to evolve. And only you can make the decision to evolve it. No one else can do it for you. No one else can do it for you. Only you can something, something. It's about evolving. Evolving and realizing that those obstacles were just lessons. And some of you have had these lessons and you have a victory now. You're graduating, baby. Some of you are the valedictorian. Top of the class, I just heard. And that's only because you went through some major battles through this evolving. Spiritual battles. For some of you, battles within self. Where you were put in a box, in a dark place. And then you had to unleash the wild. But you've done that now. And you're ready to live in your bliss. Reap these rewards. Step into this harvest. Collect this harvest. I wanted to give you some more facts about the acacia that is about protection. That's this one. The acacia was an important tree in ancient Egypt, and that's because the wood of the acacia tree was used to make coffins. That's where you get that energy of immortality. It was also used to make furniture and boats. The acacia tree was actually one of the woods that was used to create the coffin, like for Osiris. Osiris, some of you may know, may not know, was originally known as a nature god, but later became the lord of the underworld. So that's where this energy of immortality comes from. But there's also this energy of living in your bliss. That's also where many of you are holding space for others. Because when it came to the underworld, the ancient Egyptians wanted to achieve life after death. And so that's where this energy of holding space comes from. Can you see that? And as they were achieving the life after death, it was so that they could be reunited with Osiris. The acacia tree, this one, was also used to guard the mummified bodies. The body of Osiris, while his soul was being embraced by the universe. Acacia has like 23 different varieties as well. So the acacia tree is also known in Hawaii. In Hawaii, they call it the koa. I think I'm saying that right. Koa. Acacia koa. And in Hawaii, it's said that they are laid on the sick beds to encourage patients to sweat. But in this essence, especially in this energy of spirituality and life after death, you're being encouraged to know and trust that you're being given support in the spiritual realm, and that you also have protection. The protection that many of you are craving when you're doing spiritual work. Even if you're not even yet aware of this, that's why you also have Hear the Yellow Tiger Roar. As you're tapping into these deeper insights, it's like some of you are walking into the underworld, in between the worlds. But even in that realm, you have protection and support. It's like it's known that you're a powerful being of light as well. You have the stability to transcend both, to transcend three. Trinity, I just heard. Upper world, lower world, middle world. Take that as it resonates. That's not for everyone. You're also gaining more stability. As you live in your bliss, as things are evolving for you, many of you are more stable in your energy, more stable in your perspective. For many of you, you're tapping into your spiritual strength, and it's like you're starting to see the results. You've been lifting the spiritual weights for quite some time. I heard putting in the work on the spiritual realm. Now, those things will be manifesting for many of you. You're going to see it like you've never seen it before. Bliss on multiple levels, reaping rewards. Because you are willing to hold space for others and release them. Releasing them with love. Releasing them and reflecting on the ability to give over unwarranted energies and allow them to walk their path, to have their journey, and still hold space for them. Many of you are now in this energy of taking ownership for your mistakes. You're not letting them hold you down. We all make the mistakes. The mistakes are the opportunities to grow. You're also now, though, wanting to take ownership of the things you've done right, of the talents, the skills, the abilities through past lifetimes, this lifetime that you've gained, that you're learning, that you're implementing, that you're sharing with others. And inspiring others to do the same. Learning from the lessons, releasing the weight so that you can evolve and live in your bliss. And weight on multiple levels. Spiritual weight, and I'm hearing physical weight for some of you. Take that as it resonates, not for everyone. Some of you may have felt like you had some hairballs, but you're taking ownership of any mistakes. Card number 41 totals 5. Transformation is happening. Let's go a little bit deeper and find out about these hairballs. Let's see, I'm going to use this one. Okay. What are the hairballs that the collective needs to know about so that they can continue to live in their bliss? Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Chariot is still on the bottom. Tell us about these hairballs. I'm getting that this is past energy for many of you, but I'm going into it so that you're aware. Yeah, seeing through the illusions. Give me more on this 7 of Cups. Clarify the 7 of Cups that's here for the hairballs and this transformation. Show us clearly why the 7 of Cups. I know it's that you're seeing through illusions, emotional illusions, releasing. Yeah, releasing. 4 of Cups. Releasing these unwarranted energies, these emotions. You got 4 of Cups, Judgment, 7 of Wands, Ace of Cups, and 8 of Wands. Can you see that? So some of you, the hairballs were the fact that you've come into a transformation and had some change. And with this change, you're able to see through certain illusions. And when you're able to see more clearly, I just heard I can see clearly now, the rain is gone, or the fog is gone, or the illusion is gone. You decided you weren't going to take that anymore. No, you're not going to take it. No is a complete sentence. Because it was an illusion. See, it looked like that cloud was coming from the Most High. This cup was coming from the Most High, but tapping into your own inner knowing and not being swayed, you said, something don't feel right. And so you sat there with your back to the tree. For some of you, it might have been an acacia tree or a Bristol cone pine. But you sat there and you said, Most High, show me what you really want me to know. Because there's 7 cups over here. And then there's another one being handed to me. Now that's 8 of cups. Should I walk away from this, or do I take this offer? And then you did the math and you said, but wait, there's 3 more here. So that was 13 cups. The 13 was the death card. And we started out with the number 13 right here with the yellow tiger mother. The 13th was that change and transformation where you connected with the divine. You see? Death card. So you put an end to fake offers, non-high vibrational words or thoughts you had within yourself, or programs that were given to you by others. You did that. Stay connected with the divine and said, yeah, I don't want all of these illusions. It's been creating too many hairballs, and I'm a big cat. I can be in the Basset energy, or I can be in that segment energy. You choose. But what you're not going to do is sit around here choking on hairballs. Have you ever seen a cat choking on a hairball? It is not pretty. They make the weirdest sounds until they can get that hairball up. And this is what some of you did. You were like, if I have to make myself vomit this up, it's coming up, out, and gone. I got to get it out and not take this offer, or I'm going to feel like I'm dying. So you coughed it up. You let it go. You stayed in connection with the divine. And you said it's a no-go. I want to collect a harvest, not these hairballs. And so this change is happening because you had to stand your ground. And now there's new opportunities coming in very rapidly. And you'll be able to take action quicker than you were before. As you're collecting this harvest and reaping rewards, you're moving along in sequence, 7 to the 8. And it's rapid spiritual growth is what I'm hearing. You have spiritual protection all around you. 2 cards, speaking of that. The Acacia in the underworld and the yellow tiger mother in the upper realm. Because you weren't swayed and you stayed connected to the divine, you were able to see through these illusions. Now, a judgment call has been made in the spiritual realm and in the mundane, because you made the decision to not settle for less. Not even with yourself. So if you're not taking it from yourself, you damn sure not taking it from nobody else. Now, there's new things overflowing. This is overflowing love, support, guidance, clarity, action. Clarity in your actions now on how to unleash the wild within. Spiritually, rapidly evolving, living in your bliss. Yeah, many of you powered over difficulty. You reclaimed your power. I'm hearing on the spiritual realm, again, 32 is that 5. You reclaimed your power, and now many of you are standing in your sacred purpose, connected strongly with your ancestral legacy. They had to walk you through the illusions because it's a part of your sacred purpose and your healing, shamanic journey here. 23, 32, 43. Change, transformation, spiritual growth. Purpose, attunement, ancestral legacy. Able to hold space for others, powering over difficulty. Stability, card number 14, 5 again. So let's see the numbers today. We got 32, 3 and 2, 5. We got 14, 4 and 1, 5. 23, 2 and 3, 5. 34, 3 and 4, 7. 43, 4 and 3, 7. 4 and 1, 14. Look at this. God, look at this. Okay, 23 and 32. 43 and 34, 41 and 14. Then we got 30 for 3, 22 for 4. Okay, and then 13 for 4 again. So 2, 3, 4. But yeah, many of you are now stepping into your purpose. The purpose for many of you is you are like a spiritual teacher. Purpose again. Something about sacred sites, sacred purpose. That's why some of you are able to transcend, transverse into different realms and worlds. You can travel to different sacred sites. For some of you, this isn't even physically. For some, yes, physically. Like I'm connecting with like ley line energy, but for some of you, spiritually. As you guys are transversing and growing, despite the many turbulent events around you, as you're evolving at a rapid rate spiritually, the crystals to assist you in this are the labradorite, which looks like this. This is the labradorite. And the labradorite helps to expand the mind. And it assists you in this spiritual growth. I keep hearing many of you are accelerating or raising your vibration at a rapid rate. You're raising your frequency like quickly, expediently. 8 of Wands here. The action spiritually that's happening, it's like pew, pew, pew. Oh, that's my sound effect for like warp speed. Some of you are on this spiritual voyage and you're moving at warp speed through elevating your frequency. What? Whoa. I just heard that some of you were trapped or caged or lollygagging down in the underworld, and you're supposed to be, or you're a light being in this lifetime. So like, take it as it resonates. Some of you in past lifetimes, you have connections there, whether this be ancestrally, whatever that may be. But in this incarnation, it's like you're a part of the light, and I'm getting a very like powerful light being. Okay, take it as it resonates. Every message isn't for everyone. But with the labradorite here, it's like you're calming the negativity and the negative sides. The negative sides of your personality, the negative sides of other people's personality. You're thinking more deeply when it comes to impulsive behavior. And if you're not, then this is what you're being encouraged to do. This is also using this crystal can strengthen that ability within you. Because some of you possibly have this tendency to move quickly. That's why it's so easily and effortlessly being done in the spiritual realm. But I'm getting this energy of needing, wanting, a good idea to ground yourself in the mundane and pay attention. At least with this energy that's coming up. So whenever you're getting this reading, it could be 5 days, 5 months. There's going to be something that's coming up, and you're going to want to not move so quickly with this event. Some of you are going to want to think twice. Like, don't be impulsive with your behavior. Take time to meditate and tap into your third eye chakra. And if you have a big decision or something coming up, using the labradorite crystal could assist you in thinking it out clearly and not being impulsive, so that you're able to make a decision that's high vibrational for you. You also have the zoisite crystal here. This one is another one that helps you with your emotions, especially the emotion of love. Card number 20 here, 2, partnerships. The zoisite helps you break through any emotional trauma when it comes to love. Take it as it resonates. But it also helps you break down anxiety, or helps you move through it more easily, more effortlessly through anxiety by magnifying that energy of calm. This is what the zoisite looks like. I don't have this one either. I might need to get this one too. The zoisite's also a good one because as you're traveling these worlds, taking these journeys in the upper world, the lower world, and even here in the middle world, it assists you with connecting with the celestial energy so that you're not flooded with emotions and not flooded in your mind as well. Okay, so that was the zoisite. For some of you, you feel this overwhelmingness when it comes to, like, I'm getting this is more on a romantic, like taking a partner. I see you guys are fine with family, you're fine with friends, but there's this angst when it comes to romantic partnerships for whatever reason. It's time to release that past angst. Know that you're protected. Protect yourself by setting healthy boundaries and step into receiving these rewards and this growth. You've learned lessons when it comes to love. You're not making the same mistakes, and no one is perfect, but you're learning from your lessons. Some of you have prayed for these things, for more stable relationships, relationships that you feel confident in, and relationships that you feel joy in. I'm getting that the divine has heard you loud and clear. You put the work in. The work of being thankful. The work of fervent meditation, fervent prayer, trusting that any obstacles you've had when it came to love could be overcome. And it's now time for you to enjoy that growth and reap these rewards. Able to speak with a loving vibration. Speak about the things you love to do. Speak love into another person. Speak lovingly to another person. Throat chakra energy here. For many of you, I'm getting this energy like your connections, especially romantically for some of you, is a part of your purpose. Take that as it resonates. It's not for everyone. There's like a petition, a prayer that went up. And I'm hearing like it's being answered. But be discerning. Don't move too rapidly. You've grown spiritually. You've learned lessons. But there are also sometimes wolves in sheep's clothing. Pay attention, okay? That's for someone. So that you don't step into another hairball. That someone's not selling you a dream. Selling you an illusion. Telling you just what you want to hear. For some of you, that could have been some of your past mistakes or issues or things that got you caught up. And it's like, uh-oh. Some of you may be, like, not tested. But as you're elevating, oh, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. You know what I heard. You know how it goes. New level, new. But it's not so much that. It's just, will you be swayed? Or are you learning the lesson and allowing your soul to heal? Not in this energy or essence of feeling fear. This isn't about fear. But some of you may have fear about stepping into this abundance. Card number 35. 3 and 5 again. 8. For some of you, your partnerships, romantic, I'm hearing, are of a more abundant nature, are going to bring abundance into you. I just heard wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, but this is 2 in a partnership. High vibrational. It's not for everyone. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. Some of you are sensitive though. Like I said, you're feeling very sensitive. So that's why you're being discerning about what you're consuming. Food-wise, relationship-wise, job-wise, environment-wise, music-wise, discernment. Because your sensitivity is higher. Like your energy body is more sensitive to things right now. Because you're elevating at such a rapid rate. But if you have any questions when it comes to love or anything else, ask your soul. Your soul knows. So you can sit in meditation, in prayer. Before you, I just heard dive head first. Ask. Is this person in alignment with my path? Is this person in alignment with me in this present moment? Is this position in alignment with my soul? Is this apartment? Is this house? Is this food? If you're not sure, ask. Ask, and you shall receive. Okay, asking we shall. So, let me see. I think we've gotten to everything. Sensitivity and asking. Ask your soul. I got to get the guidebook for that. I want to read that one. Okay, so I'm about to grab some tarot so we can wrap this up. I feel that the message has been given. Multiple messages have come through. I mean, we already kind of got some. Well, that was for clarifying that one thing. So let me. Is there anything you'd like to add to this message? Yeah. Sensitivity is card number 15. 5 and 1 is 6. So many of you are feeling sensitive to things now, but soon you'll be balancing it out and feeling more harmonious and a more homeostasis within your body. Homeostasis spiritually. I did a reading about spiritual homeostasis. You can find it on the channel. If I remember, I'll link it. If I remember how to do that. Yeah. So if you're feeling like certain things you, oh, it's upside down, used to be able to tolerate or eat or consume, you need to let go of now. Now is a good time to possibly let it go. Card number 26, 6 and 2 is 8, so that you can step into your full abundance. So that you don't feel like you got a hairball in your throat, in your body, that you're going to have to cough up. Because you're sensitive right now, collective, starseeds, divine beings. It's just like when you're in an airplane and you're ascending at a rapid rate. Your body has to adjust to the pressure, the air pressure. And for some, your ears get stuffed up, and some you need to drink water or chew gum or something. It's like that. It doesn't last very long. So in this present moment, many of you may be feeling this. What would you like to add to this message? So be aware of what your body's telling you. Even I'm getting some of you are going to be sensitive to sound and light, like certain things. Five of Cups on the bottom. So we have the Four of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Star, and the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, when it comes to your stability, you're not fighting with other people. You're just stepping into win-win situations. There is no need for win-loss. It's like, how do you benefit? This is your 2 wands and this is my 2 wands. Equal. You can take and do with your 2 what you will and walk your path, and I'll take and do what I can. We can bring those 2 wands together that we each have and make a whole house, a foundation, 4, like 4 legs of a chair. But all this back, forth and forth, it's a no-go. Back, forth and forth, no-go. You see, many of you are stepping into your healing. You're keeping the faith. You're having faith. You're healing on multiple levels. In the upper world, in the middle world, you see how she's pouring that water? Healing emotions, grounding yourself. So, I was just getting ready to say some of you are stars, literally. Spiritually too. But you're taking what's above in the cosmos, in the spiritual realm, and you're reaping the rewards. Queen of Pentacles. In the mundane. The work you've done in the spiritual, in the cosmos, in the ethers, you're creating that stability in the mundane as well. As above, so below. As within, so without. But this back, forth and forth, nah. Somebody's got to lose in order for somebody to win. That's competition. And it's not a healthy competition even. It's not all in fun and good. This is wanting to see someone lower than you or less than you. Thinking they're less than you. It's an illusion. Everyone has value. All of us have different strengths. Some of us have multiple gifts and abilities. But everyone has value. And many of you are just in this energy of protecting your value, knowing your worth, and moving on up spiritually. So that's been the reading for today. I want to thank you for joining me, Tonae Star, here with Tonae Star Enterprises. And remember to always shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you're still amongst the stars. And of course, to always, 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 always let your light shine bright. Let your light shine bright. Thank you for joining me.